my beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I am that original Niger chick. I make lifestyle straight talking videos and any other thing that interests me, including hauls, food recipes and reviews. So today I'm going to be bringing you something very important, especially for those people who are going to Europe as an international student. I am focusing on women, African women, or women of other ethnicities that are not white, that are plus size, or anyone who is actually going to a new place, especially in Finland and Norway, and want to start mixing with people and dating. So I'm making especially dating. Now, what is it like dating as a plus size woman in Scandinavia? The Scandinavian women are tall, streamlined, long noses, blonde hair, blue eyes. The quintessential standard of beauty, European beauty. I think it's the Scandinavia embodies it. So here I am, this stockish African woman with broad nose, kinky hair. And yeah, typical voluptuous, typical African features, and I'm going to a place like that to look for love. Well, I'm going to tell you, it's easy to find someone, and at the same time it is not easy. So let's talk about the dating system first. Oh, I'm hot. This is so hot. Let's talk about first the dating system. Now the thing is, they have a different culture. Like where I come from, I am Nigerian. My culture is when the men, they chase the women. Typical. The men chase the women, and the woman just shakara. She takes her time, and if she studies the guy and she sees she likes the guy, she agrees to go on a date with the guy, and they date each other. Sometimes they don't even do the do. I mean this. I think you cannot say that word on YouTube, but do is this. I'll be using do even do until they're married. But the typical one is boy meets girl, ask girl out, girl does consideration, and if the girl accepts, they go on dating. But I found out in Norway, when I got to Norway, that was my first shock. Because I was an international student, I was a mature international student. I was in my late 20s at that time, so most of my classmates were youngies. So there was no way I could date them. I mean, I'm not saying I'm against older women dating younger guys. No, what I'm saying is not for me. I like my guys a lot older than I am. You know what I mean? So I couldn't date in school. I ruled out that. Then bars, my other option was going to bars. So I went to bars, and what I found out in bars kind of shocked me. The thing was like the reverse was the case when it came to dating. Boy meets girl, they go into the bedroom, do, and then they decide if they like each other. If they don't like each other, they you can see two people who have just spent the night together going different directions without even saying hi, but that these people have actually spent the night together. So what happens is that they do it first, and they do the do first. Afterwards they decide if they can take each other for dinner or start a relationship. So yeah, that is it. So that was number one shock for me, and it took me some time to adjust, and I haven't really adjusted to it, because I cannot see how I'm going to just see somebody, a man, and just get open for that person and start feeling all sort of flushed, and well, I don't know how to do it. So that really shocked me. Then another shock is that the men are different. Like when I mean different, I mean they're men, but culturally different from the African man. The African man takes charge. I mean, they pursue you. I'm kind of used to men pursuing me because that's my culture. They pursue you, and they kind of spend on you. It's customary for men in my country to take a woman out and pay the bills. But no, in Norway, in fact, it's an insult to pay a bill for a woman, especially when both of you go out drinking or go have dinner. They gotta split the bill. I found that really shocking. When I got there, I was like, oh my god. At the first date I went to, the guy was like, split the bill. I was like, split. I was like, okay, this is how they do it. But consequently, some other dates I went to, the guys were gentlemen, totally gentlemen. So not all men, not all Norwegian men are like that. They are, some of them are a bit old fashioned. They asked you out for a date, they pay, but some, they were like, oh babe, we split this bill. And that was a huge turn off for me, but it's their culture. So there it is. Okay, let's now talk about where you find guys as an international plus size black woman. Most of the time is dating online, but to me, I wouldn't co-sign dating online. I've gone to a few successful dates online, people I really liked, but at some point it didn't work out. But the thing is, you get a lot of hits and a lot of likes, but some of the time the people on there comes about a bit fetishy. So you hear things like, I never tried a black woman before. That is that is a that is a great turn for me when I hear that. But they are genuine in what I mean. It's a genuine statement, because some of the time, of course, they've seen black people, they've never really had any sort of communication or any sort of relationship with them. So they were genuine in saying, I've never been with a black woman. But for me, hearing that comes across like a bit fetishy. And you hear some of them say, oh, this is a real woman. It's a compliment, you know what I mean? But for me, I'd be like, oh my god, why can't I just be just a normal beautiful woman? Why do I have to be a real voluptuous woman who is black African queen? That was a huge turner for me, but I kind of got used to it, you know what I mean? So you meet people online, but be careful with those dating sites. Some of them are just, they just want to try a black woman and go. I've heard a lot of people complain about it, so you gotta be careful. Now, the dating sites I used when I was in Norway were Tinder, Badu, Bumble, Zoosk, and I tried Match.com at some point, but it was too expensive to pay. So after 1 month, I stopped. But I did meet a couple of people there that we actually flowed, within that 1 month. So these are the sites I used. Then another place I met people were in church, but these people I met were not your typical Norwegian people. They were people from other nationalities. Because Norway, on paper, as a Christian country, in fact, a lot of people are registered in the church as Christians, but they barely go to church. So you find just a few who go to church. So that's where you're going to meet some Norwegian guys, if that's what you're into. But where you meet people, men, is in the church. Then in the bar as well, but the bar, I never enjoyed going out with guys that I meet in the bar, because for me, my experience, they were all the same. So they were all, oh baby, let's get freaky, and it's not my thing. I mean, I'm not knocking it. I know of a friend who that's her thing. So but for me, it wasn't for me. Now another place you can meet people is when you go out and do activities, especially in the winter. Okay, let's talk about the summer. In the summer, wow, all the people I've dated in Norway, I met them in the summer, because so for some reason, I think it's the alcohol, and I think alcohol and holiday spirit. A lot of people are uninhibited and they are open for conversation. So you get to meet people, and that is the quintessential time to meet people, because my camera died there. So yeah, so as I was saying, the summer is the most times people meet people, because of the holiday spirit. A lot of people, I mean, because they take summer break, I think in June, July, a lot of people stop working, so some people are vacationing outside Norway. But for you to meet people, I think that's the best time to meet people in the summer, because there's a lot of alcohol flowing, everyone is in a jolly mood, they are uninhibited. So if you are a lady and you want a man to snuggle with in the winter, I think the summertime is the best time to snug one. Yeah, so in the summertime, and also when you put yourself out there, you go for winter activities. They are very big on hockey, so you go for hockey games, you go for winter sports. You're sure going to meet, some people who are not crazy. Because, and I tell you, there are also a lot of crazy people in Norway, a lot of crazy people. So, but yeah, that is the end of this episode. If you want to learn more before moving to the Scandinavia as a woman, please email me and we'll get to talk about it on this channel. And let's talk about hauls. I know my hauls are my bestseller on this channel, but the thing is, doing hauls requires some amount of money to actually get this product, and I order this products from AliExpress. I also order some from the US, so it's kind of expensive because I'm in Nigeria. So if you want to support this channel and you like this channel and you want to see me grow, please, you can donate. Donations are free for me to actually get these products and sample them for you, if that is what you like. So send me a mail if you want to sponsor and grow this channel. That would be so lovely to do, and I will really appreciate it. Alright guys, we've come to the end of this episode of finding dating internationally as a student. Yeah, we've come to the end of it. So like, comment, subscribe if this is a kind of video you like. I will see you when next I post. Bye bye.